change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. Change gon' come. Change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come. Change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come.
Mike, change gon' come.
Rattling the scripts that change gon' come.
Yeah, change coming fast. Days running past, we maze runners ablaze and stay numbered last. The pain that we display, you can't understand. That's why we move with the faith of David Abraham. We tryna pace where the apes be. Keys like HP, curses live at HD. Women chasing clout and brothers changing their faces. Screaming, oh God, send your son to save us.
So tired of all the pain. See all my people in it. Cause living day to day is hard to face. I know that on that day you can release them chains. So give him all the praise and change. Change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. Change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come. Change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. Yeah, it's time for a change to come to my people. Cause Lord knows that we gon' treat it equal. 400 years of the same old ish. Rape, rob, kill and spoil, getting off the shit. Now check it, can barely wait for that day to come. Getting ready for that war, time to beat the drum. And to the ones trying to hold me back with bent up faces, just call me Master Eddie, trading places.
Change gon' come, and it's coming fast. I know change gon' come, cause this world won't last. I know it's so much hurt, and it's so much pain. But when them cherries come, just know the world gon' change. Why my people cry, cause they tired of lies. That's why we face the east, pray to Yahweh Shai. Cause change gon' come, prophecy says that change gon' come. Yeah.
So tired of all the pain. See all my people in it. Cause living day to day is hard to face. I know that on that day you can release them chains. So give him all the praise and change. Change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. Change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come.
Look, we've been trying to get up out of this, but we've been too busy worshiping some nonsense. Jesus, we want change to happen real quick, but we are stiff-necked people and we don't give a All women all up on Instagram, shaking and twerking their ass like they don't give a damn. And if we really want change, we gotta open our book and be baptized again. We gotta change.
So tired of all the pain. See all my people in it. Cause living day to day is hard to face. I know that on that day you can release them chains. So give him all the praise and change. Change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. Change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. Change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come.
Change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come. You know, change gon' come, change gon' come. Rattling the scripts that change gon' come.
A-H-O-S.
Amen. When you come to serve the Lord, when you get this spiritual gift, prepare your souls. Prepare your souls. Because it's going to be ups and downs. It's coming.
Keep it pushing cause it's down to the wire. One of the best get tried by fire. If I fall, I can yell with a rake. Endure like I lead with the shake. Push, you gotta endure. Pray, you gotta endure. Repent, you gotta endure. Faith, you gotta endure. As if it's a man in the mirror. Things can't get no clearer. Things in this world so paradox. Shit, we could never be an equinox. Lost my faith, fell in the water. Almost went back straight to the slaughter. Heaven and hell ain't really bother me. When I opened that book, I saw my decree. Learned from the best, so I saw Joe. Dropped to my knees, now I'm prayer mode. Taking all these hits, home runner, being dragged through the mud. Forerunner. Things went wrong, I rebuke God. All of them are feeling so bro, we at odds. Snatched it all away like Evo, chased it all down like a repo. Woe to the ones who are faint-hearted. Woe to the ones who fell and departed. Woe to the ones that lost patience. Woe to the ones of complacence. I stand on my tail with a smile. Yahweh gave me an inch, so I took a mile. Cleave unto him and depart not. Let the ruler take you like a slingshot. Keep it pushing cause it's down to the wire. One of the best get tried by fire. If I fall, I can yell with a rake. Endure like I lead with the shake. Push, you gotta endure. Pray, you gotta endure. Repent, you gotta endure. Faith, you gotta endure.
Brothers be sleeping on Sirach too. It's talking about endurance. It's talking about serving the Lord. When we come into this walk, it's a gift. When we come into this walk, we gotta set our hearts aright. We gotta think about the highs and the lows. That's coming with endurance.
Keep it pushing cause it's down to the wire. One of the best get tried by fire. If I fall, I can yell with a rake. Endure like I lead with the shake. Push, you gotta endure. Pray, you gotta endure. Repent, you gotta endure. Faith, you gotta endure.
When you read Sirach too, it tells us when you come to serve the Lord, when you get this spiritual gift, prepare your soul, set your heart aright. And when the highs come and when the lows come, don't be troubled. And when they come, give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High. Bask in that, because that's endurance.
Palace, yeah. What you cooking?
Yeah. This one probably got the angel jamming in the chairs. You call him Jesus, I call him Yahweh. It don't come from the script, it's telling Yahweh. Yahweh buys him, Yahweh Hamashiach. Fake Jews in the name and they scared of it. Break bread with the heathen, I'd rather not. China want war, Russia want war. Babylon, see your time is running out. Yeah, I done read Isaiah, Jeremiah, Daniel. I feel like I'ma see the King David. I've been cursed since birth, hung with the wrong niggas, uncircumcised. I ate from the wrong table. Was confused before, ain't read the script, and you could tell. I swore it was all fake till I realized our history disappeared. It was coded by a world that won't save you. Yahweh gon' make sure we get it. Lord willing, I get it, Lord, when I see the day. That's why I ain't trimming on my beard, just trimming on these beards with these fringes on my waist. I don't care about images, just care about building up endurance through my faith. I don't care about images, I just care about building up endurance through my faith. I will never forget thy precepts, for with them thou hast quickened me. I am thine, save me. I am thine, save me. I will never forget thy precepts, for with them thou hast quickened me. I am thine, save me. I am thine, save me.
I will never forget thy precepts, oh no, no. Oh no. Most High willing, I keep that frame of thought. And that's most High willing. Everyday battling flesh, getting ready for the war. That's why I gotta repent, pray, fast, move on. I am thine, save me, because thine enemies make a tumult, planning schemes. That's why the world waxing weak, gave up the world and the we to serve the Lord as my King. We got the faith, yeah, we believe. Sooner than later, you gon' see. Every eye shall see, every knee shall bow. Wow, that's power. If you fit the curses in Deuteronomy well, that power is ours. Time is running out if you rain on the boat like the days of Noah. 2 Peter 3 and 6. Go 2-7. Work out your salvation. Gave me the precepts. I pray that I live by them running this race. Pray I'm enduring to the end. Pray I'm enduring to the end. Work out your salvation. Gave me the precepts. I pray that I live by them running this race. Pray I'm enduring to the end.
My water straight from the throne. We built the altar with the unhewn stones. Roam through the city, all we seeing is these bones. So my face like flint till I wake a couple souls. A prophet hated by his own, so the father sent his son to bring the tribes of Jacob home. Jumping through these traps, cause they trying to see us gone. But we walking through the fire just like Daniel and his bros. From every sheep to her zone, we stay inside the book because the book is all we own. Heritage and you better hold it on. We like David fighting giants with no armor on a stone. We face east as a car home. We face east just to call home. We can't sleep till we all home. We won't rest till they all gone. So I guess that we be calling out they all bones. Bless the seed, invest the deep in the laws of our God. Make us Elohim, Shema, Warapah, all the Zod, Nakim, Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashak, Nagim. Bless the seed, invest the deep in the laws of our God. Make us Elohim, Shema, Warapah, all the Zod, Nakim, Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashak, Nagim. From Bereshit to the books in Greek, the dragon took the sheep. Man, the book complete. The father looked for peace, but we shook the beast. Now we up until our power put the hook to cheek. Shema, Yasha Allah, Abanawa, Yahweh, Ahad. He the tower till he give us the power of God. Though in the tower you would never devour a tribe. The Lord despised all you devils, your hours arrived. Bless the seed that kept the peace. Never forgot the poor and he kept the feast. We trying to dodge destruction, they can't stop the sea. Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashak, Nagim. Bless the seed that kept the peace. Never forgot the poor and he kept the feast. Trying to dodge destruction, they can't stop the sea. Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashak, Nagim.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, all praise to the Most High God. We are the Anointed House of Saints. All right, I'm your brother Judah.
Hey, brother Jonathan. Shalom, Israel.
All right, and we back at it with another episode of Thursday Night Live. All right, another class. First and foremost, giving our honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah for allowing us to do this class. All right, now, hey man, AHOS radios, hey. It's getting crazy, man. It's getting crazy, man.
Hey, that's right.
Put a 7 in the chat if you rocking with AHOS radio, man. Put a 7 in the chat if you rocking with AHOS radio. Let me tell y'all something, man. This is what we coming with. All right, we're gonna come with the classes, the edification through the spirit, and we're gonna come with some music.
Hey, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come with it all. We're gonna make sure we have all our talent, you know what I'm saying, brought to the table. You see what I'm saying? And hey man, hey, the Most High blessed us with some talented brothers and sisters that congregate with us, man. So all praises to the Most High God for that. All right, all praises, all praises. First and foremost, you already know what it is. You know I say it every week. You know what it is, man. Like the video when you enter the building, Bob Cashapp. All right, like the video when you enter the building. Make sure you share it with your friends. If you have not subscribed to our channel, you need to go ahead and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Captain Captain Yahweh talking about he mad that he ain't let him on that. They ain't let him on that track. Hey, listen, don't worry about it. Both Judah's gonna be on the next track.
Hey, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, we got the brother Boaz in the building. What's going on, King? All right, all praises, all praises. All right, the brother put on the blue turtleneck. You know what I'm saying?
It's a third one. How you gonna do me like that?
I was just messing around. I was just messing around. Hey, shalom, sisters Anaya. Shalom. Shalom, sister.
Shalom, sis. Shalom.
All right, let's go ahead and shout some people out, man. I just get right the sister. We're gonna shout some people out, man. Sister Joanne, brother Nadeyab, sister Ayasha. I remembered your name. Shalom, y'all. All right, brother John Allen, Shalom King. HOS Jaquab, Shalom. The brother Knock, he's the one who sang and rapped on the first song.
On that first track.
That what was it? Change gonna come. That joint was tough.
Hey,
that
that's
joint
right.
was tough. Hey, me and Yantu was talking before the class. Everybody say they do music and they be lying.
Hey, that's a fact.
They
It's a
be
couple
lying.
of brothers. It's a couple of brothers in AHOS who ain't capping. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's a couple of them.
There's a couple of them, but hey, a lot of people be capping, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. But that brother, he said he do music. You know what I'm saying? He do music. All right. Hey, Shalom, Captain Yahawada. Brother Boaz is on the screen. Shalom. Sister Azaniah in the building. Shalom, sister.
Shalom.
The brother AHOS Quadash in the building. Shalom. Mighty brother Aharon in the building. Shalom, King. All right. Sister Abaya, she was also on that song.
Hey, that's
all
right.
No. This is the wrong Abaya.
No. It's
this
the
is
other
Captain.
Abaya.
This is Captain Aharon's Abaya. Salakia.
Hey, but Shalom anyway, sis.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get on the track too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the good brother Stanford in the building. Shalom, King. Brother DTA Twan in the building. Then we got a whole bunch of Yahweh mad that he went on this track. So I got to skip over all of that. The brother Trey Lindsay, Shalom King, Shalom. All right, Malak Yawasap, Shalom King. Pleasure to have you in the building again. Yael, I hope I'm saying your name right. Shalom, sister. All right. Who else we got? We got the Captain Yakum Yah in the building. Shalom. Mm-hmm. Who else we got? Of course, we got the sisters Zanai in the building. Shalom. All right. Anariah Israel. Shalom, sister. All right. Hey, Yaquan said I spit hot fire. We're going to see.
Dylan.
Hey, we gonna see. Oh Lord, y'all said he went in on the track too.
I seen him.
Oh Lord,
we're gonna get you in there, Adawan. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. So, hey, man, we got some great things coming up in AHOS. We got an interview that I'm really ready to do. Should I tell them about that, Jonathan?
Nah, I will hold it.
Okay,
all right.
We gonna hold that.
We're gonna make y'all wait for that one, all right?
Yeah. Hey, this interview, bro, this is gonna blow y'all mind. Like, this is almost something I've seen it one time. But what? No. Matter of fact, no, we've never seen this. What happened this week? We've never seen this. But I be wanting to tell y'all stuff, but I can't.
Hey, that's right.
Y'all just gotta be tuned in. Y'all gotta be subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell, and actually be tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what we said. I told Jonathan that earlier. I said that's like a camp anthem, man. That was like a low-key a cipher. You know what I'm saying? That was
right.
tough. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got some great things going on. Hey, make sure you tune in tomorrow, 6 o'clock. We got a camp video dropping. Then Jonathan also has a camp video dropping on Monday at 6. My video is straight. My video good, but Jonathan's video, the information that he's bringing out on this camp video is crazy. Like crazy. So make sure y'all watching the camp videos too. We got 32 people in the building. All right, it's been the same 32 people since we started the camp. We appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all got to share it with y'all friends. Matter of fact, put a 1 in the chat if you've liked the video. And put a 2 in the chat if you shared it. So if you did both, put 12 in the chat for the 12 tribes. You know what I'm saying? 1 in the chat if you liked it, 2 in the chat if you shared it. If you did both, put a 12 in the chat. We should see a whole bunch of 12. I want to see 32 12s, man. 32 12s. You know what I'm saying? So check this out, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. You see what I'm saying? Definitely make sure that y'all are tuned into the camp videos and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? This brother said one. Right? Make sure you tune into the camp videos. And, you know, we're gonna try to do this to the best of our ability. All right, through the spirit. All right. Hey, listen, we got a prospect phase that's starting very soon. We got some brothers that are in the comments, you know what I'm saying, that ain't joined the camp yet. If you are thinking about joining the camp and you know what I'm saying, you feel like the Most High can use you here at AHOS, man, send us an email today, anointedhos@gmail.com. Once again, that's anointedhos@gmail.com. we would love to have you in the prospect phase so we can do the work of the Lord.
That's
All
right.
right. We want mighty men that's coming in here ready to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Ready to be a leader, get their learning expanded a little bit, and get out on these highways and byways and help bring in the sheep, man. So definitely make sure you send us an email, Anointed House of Saints or AnointedHOS@gmail.com. Remember to follow us on Instagram, AnointedHOS, and then TikTok, Anointed House of Saints. You already know what it is. So if I haven't missed anything, I'm going to yield it to the brother.
Hey, Khan, giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, man, and his son, Hamashiach Yahushua. All right. Hey, I want to say this, right? For this lesson tonight, we're going to be dealing with, shalom to the mighty brother Yashawan, all right? Anytime North Carolina step in the building, we're going to shout him out. You already know that. But
that's right.
Let me tell you like this, right? We're going to deal with the woman in travail, the wilderness, and what was the last thing? The loss of Zion, the loss of Jerusalem. All right. So y'all go ahead.
Before you get into it,
yep.
Salaki King, before you get into it, I forgot. That's the one thing I did forget. Sisters, they've been sending emails about how they can, be a part of the congregation and put their brick in with different things that they got going on. Sisters as well. We need y'all. Strong nation requires strong sisters. It ain't just brothers, it's strong sisters too. So if you want to, be a formal part of the congregation, help us, do different things, bring your talents to the table, and see how you can put your brick in for the Most High and for the work. Send me an email as well, AnointedHOS@gmail.com. Okay, I'm done.
Khan, all praises. Hey, y'all put a 7 in the chat if y'all ready to get started, man. We're gonna go ahead and jump into these scriptures. This is gonna be a little bit different than what we normally do on Thursday night live. We're gonna actually break this one down, right? I want to break down a couple of concepts. These concepts that we're gonna break down are gonna actually prove to you a couple of things. It's gonna help you understand how prophecy works. You're gonna understand different symbolisms used in the Bible, and you also gonna be able to understand different codes. And we're gonna give you the keys tonight. All right. So y'all can put the keys in the chat, put the 7s in the chat, whatever you gotta do. All right. Hey, first of all, let me start with this. Right. I got a couple of notes right here, and I want to show you something. So you got 3 different codes. You got multiple codes in the Bible, not just 3, but you got multiple codes in the Bible. 3 major codes that we're gonna be looking at, especially when we're dealing with the book of Revelation, all right, and Daniel and things like that. You have what they call a symbol. Now, a symbol is a thing that represents a ton of information. It's one single thing that represents a ton of other information. All right. A parable is a story that represents a ton of information and has a deeper spiritual message. Okay. But I want y'all to tell me, what is a motif? Let's start here. What is a motif? All right. The word is motif. All right. That's the sister Ayasha, man. She in there quick with it now. Right? Prophetic symbolism. Okay. I want to know, even if you got to Google it, what is a motif? motif. Right?
You would have asked me this 5 years ago, I would have said a keyboard. That's the only motif I know about.
Hey, the motifs, man.
Y'all my motif, man. You know how it go.
That's right. Boaz know what time it is. Hey, Boaz, let's read that real quick. Let's read the definition of a motif off of Google real quick.
Kind of one.
Captain Yahweh already know what time it is. If you ain't like, share, and subscribe, you are going off. Right?
You want the Websters?
You grieving the spirit out here, man. Just whatever the first one come up. The Oxford. Whatever the first one that come up. It don't even matter.
Kind of one. This is a motif in the definition. It says a decorative design or pattern.
A design or a pattern. What we looking for in the scriptures is, I'm telling you right now, the scribes were geniuses. The scribes were not just writing stuff down. The Most High was dealing with them on a level, but they were also geniuses because they knew how to put what the Most High was trying to tell you in a certain format. You see what I'm saying? This stuff ain't just happened, right? Read that second one. That's the one I want. I want that second definition.
A distinctive feature or dominant idea in an artistic or literary literary composition.
Hey, you see that? It's a distinctive feature or dominant idea. It's something that reoccurs over and over and over again. When we dealing with the Bible, the woman in travail occurs over and over and over again. The wilderness occurs over and over and over again, right? And what was the last thing? The loss of Jerusalem, the loss of our homeland. All of these things occur over and over and over again. Now, when we go into the book of Revelation, we're going to start at Revelation 12 and 1. We're going to read down to 6. All right. You're going to see a couple of things in this chapter while the brother's grabbing it. You're going to see a couple of things in this chapter that we're not going to break down in this class. We're going to break down what it means to be in the wilderness, what it means to be a woman in travail, and we're going to break down what it means to lose Jerusalem according to these prophecies.
Okay.
All right. And we're looking for the symbols, we're looking for the motifs, and we're looking for the parables that occur all throughout the Bible over and over again. All right. So let's go ahead and get started.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven. A woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
Now, we may do this at a different time to do this breakdown, but we understand that the crown represents dominion, authority, rulership, right? That crown is divided into 12 parts. It's got 12 stars. So I'm just give you the answer right here. This is speaking of the children of Israel, right? The 12 stars. This woman is Zion, and that's going to be explained a little bit later. All right, keep reading.
And she being with child cried, travailing in birth.
Doing what?
Travailing in birth.
You see that? Pain to bring forth. Now, beside your notes, in your notes where it says travailing, I want you to write down new birth, right? And we talking about pain that you got to go through for that new birth. All right, come on.
Pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head.
All right. So the great dragon, we're going to break that down at a later time. For all the brothers in the soldier program, we are definitely going to break that down. That's something that is wired into the soldier program. All right, come on.
And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born.
Now, this is where we want to focus, right? The second half of that says, and the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered. So we already understand that that woman is Zion, right? The dragon is standing in front of the woman, waiting on her to deliver. Why? So that he can devour the child that was about to be born. Let me get Matthew 2 and 13 real quick, right? So without doing the full breakdown on the dragon, we understand that the dragon is the spiritual power of darkness that rules this earth, right? And it's manifested on earth and acts through people like Esau.
Right? You want Matthew 2:13?
Yeah,
this is the book of Matthew, chapter 2 and verse 13. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Most High appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
Hey, we remember this story, man. When Hamashiach Yahushua was getting ready to be born, Herod sent out to the provinces and was trying to figure out what's going on. Hey, where this child gonna be born at? He ain't about to be the king of the Jews over here. You see what I'm saying? So we have to understand who that first child is. That first child, according to our understanding, is Hamashiach Yahushua. And the next verse gonna drill a little bit deeper. Go ahead.
Verse 14. When he arose.
No. My fault. Back in Revelation 12 and 5.
Kind of one. And she brought forth a man, and she brought forth a man child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto God and to his throne.
All right. Get Revelation 2 and 27, and then Judah get Acts 1 and 9. Right? Because now we want to understand this man child who was brought forth, right? He's gonna rule the nations with a rod of iron. So in order for us to really dive in and understand that that's really Hamashiach Yahushua, we have to have some precepts to demonstrate that.
All right. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
And what color are these letters?
Red.
Okay, come on.
Even as I received of my Father.
You see that? So that identifies it, that the person who's speaking is Christ, and he's telling you that if you endure to the end, if you overcome, right, the power of this world, he's going to give unto you to also rule with a rod of iron, just as he rules with a rod of iron. All right, let's get that Acts 1 and 9 real quick. And we speeding through the early parts of this to lay the groundwork. All right, so walk with us.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 1 and verse 9. And when he had spoken these things, while beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight.
You see that? So the scripture is telling you that Christ was taken up after his time on earth was fulfilled. Read verse 5 again, in Revelation.
And she brought forth a man child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne.
You see that? That's how he was caught up unto God and his throne. So the dragon that wanted to destroy him, he failed. He failed that part of the mission, right? So you think his anger just went away and he walked away? Right? Let's continue reading and find out what happened.
Verse 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days.
All right, now jump down to verse 16, and we're gonna get started.
And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth.
Salakia. Did I say 16? Jump down to 14. That's my fault. 14.
And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent.
From the face of the serpent. Now check this out. Let's read that again. Let's break it down slow. So the woman was given what?
And the woman, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle.
Stop. The book of Deuteronomy tells us that if you break these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? And we starting at Deuteronomy 28, about 49. All right. You break these laws, statutes, and commandments, and the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue you shall not understand. And we understand that they came over there to bring you into captivity, right? So this woman was given the wings of a great eagle that she may fly into the wilderness, right? That eagle gonna come and grab you. And in prophetic literature, it may not say it the way that you would think of it. It's gonna say it in a prophetic and a poetic way, right? The woman was given the wings of an eagle, but we understand that the eagle is an unclean bird. We also understand that the eagle is the symbol for what nation? Y'all put it in the chat. The eagle is the symbol for what nation? Y'all put it in the chat. Right? I know y'all know this, because this is going to help us decode this and understand. Once again, we talked about motifs. That word eagle is a motif throughout the scriptures. All right.
There you go.
That's right. John Allen got it first. All right, up. You know what? I miss Yaikwab. I miss Kudash. Okay. Salakia. I miss y'all. And then Ayasha put in Babylon. So I mean, you know, we all on the same page. Right? So that eagle carried the woman into the wilderness. Now it's time for us to understand. Before we go into the wilderness, we're gonna first understand what it means to be in travail and dealing with the prospect of giving birth. Let's understand what that means in the prophecies. Let's start off at Micah 4 and 9. And you have what you call precepts in your Bible. So look, let me show you something. In my Bible, this Bible right here, this is the Bible. I'm working it out. You understand? Like, I'm working it out in my mind. I'm putting every precept I can find in this Bible right here. But when I get the perfect precept, the precept that this the only precept I needed the whole time. When I get that, when I find that perfect precept, it go in this Bible, right? This the standard edition right here. So I want to show y'all that, because this verse we about to read is the perfect precept for the woman in travail. Go ahead and bring it out.
I got it. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Nah, verse 4. Chapter 4, verse 9.
Chapter 4, verse 9. Okay, Salakia. It's Micah 4 and 9. Now, why dost thou cry out aloud? Is there no king in thee? Is thy counselor perished? For pains have taken thee as a woman in travail?
Come on.
Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There the Most High shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies.
Okay, so we understand that the woman in travail represents the nation of Israel going into captivity. Now, let's just understand what the concept of being in travail is. What are we talking about? We're talking about giving birth. We're talking about bringing forth a child, bringing forth offspring, right? In order for that to happen, there must be what? There must be pain. And where was Israel first established as a nation? We was in captivity, man. When our first birth was in the land of Egypt, when Moses gathered the people and was like, yo, we about to get up out of here. This what y'all gonna do, right? You see what I'm saying? That was when we was first established as a nation. So if we need to be reborn again, if the nation must be born again, of course the Most High gonna bring us into captivity to do it, right? Because we got to start the cycle over and do it right this time. That's why y'all got to stop playing with the Most High, because the Most High brought us here just to make that point, just to cleanse us in the land of our captivity, and we're gonna see that. All right, jump over to Micah 5 and 2, because that same motif continues on. Go ahead.
It's the book of Micah, chapter 5 and verse 2. But thou, Bethlehem, Ephratah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth have been from old, from everlasting.
What does it mean that your goings forth is from everlasting? That mean that Christ has been around for a long. He been here. You know what I'm saying? He been here doing this, right? So read verse 3.
Verse 3. Therefore will he give them up until the time that she which travaileth have brought forth.
Hold up. Christ, or the ruler of Israel, is going to give them up until, or you can say the Most High, right? If you want to. But either way, if Christ did it, the Most High did it. But he will give them up until the time of what? Come on.
Until the Salakia, verse 2. Oh, verse 3, Salakia. Therefore will he give them up until that time that she which travaileth have brought forth.
That's right.
Then the remnant of his brethren shall return unto the children of Israel.
You see that? So I got to break that verse down. It says he will give them up until the time that she that travaileth has brought forth. Christ has to give us up until we have been brought forth as a nation, man. Until we've been born again as a nation within the land of our captivity. So when we read in the book of Revelation chapter 12, when we read in Daniel chapter 12, when we read in all of these different deep breakdown prophecies, they're all saying the same thing. They're just telling you with a different parable, because we stupid and the Most High gotta do it like that. Hey, priest Yakanan says physical realities that convey spiritual truths. That's what the Most High uses. Physical realities that convey spiritual truths. I'm gonna get a precept that Aharon pulled out. He sent it to me in the back chat, right? This is Isaiah 13:6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Verse 7, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. I'm gonna stop there. So this goes to show you that that metaphor, that motif, that principle is carried on throughout the scriptures, man. All right. If y'all have any questions, please stop me because I'm rushing, but that's because I got a lot of precepts. All right. Let's get Baruch 2 and 30. And this is why your book, your Bible tells you this, right? So, and let's slow down for a sec. This is the madness of Esau telling you that he can trace his lineage back to Moses thousands of years ago. This is the madness of that. And we're going to go through a lot of prophecies, but you're going to see that's impossible, man. All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
Hey, how you going to remember yourself if you already knew who you was for the last 2,000, 3,000 years, man?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Hey, the brother Malak Yabasab said what? Hebraic concepts. We've been so separated from our God and from our principles and from our heritage, right? We've been so separated from those things that it ain't no way we can just pick this Bible up and think we know it. We gotta really search, seek, pray, fast, repeat in order to get these secrets, man. Right? Now, I'm gonna show you some prophecies that's gonna tell you that in the last days, these things will be revealed to the sons of men, right? And I'm also going to show you some prophecies that says that the left-hand side, they're going to understand some of this stuff. So now we know why the Most High had to code it like this. Because if Esau knew exactly what the game plan was, if he could really read this Bible and say, oh, man, dang, and I'm talking about the modern everyday Esau, right? The, cowboy boots and damn Ford pickup truck Esau. Everyday modern Esau. If they understood this Bible, they would have been tried to kill y'all. Right? Because they like, ain't no way you about to rise up. Ain't no way. So the Most High put it in code. And when they read it, they're like, oh, the Most High love everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the majesty and the genius of the Most High. All right. Let's get 2nd Esdras chapter 9. This same concept is this is gonna be a lot of reading right here. 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 38. I'm gonna actually let you read it through. But do me a favor, you want to read it. You want to read it in story mode. If that
story mode.
Yeah, you want to make it theatrical. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of reading for this one.
I got you. You said 9 and 38.
Yep.
All right, Con. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 38. No, I'm playing. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 38. And when I spake these things in my heart, I looked back with mine eyes, and upon the right side I saw a woman, and behold, she mourned and wept with a loud voice, and was much grieved in heart, and her clothes were rent, and she had ashes upon her head.
All right, if y'all don't understand that, rent, clothes.
Uh-oh. Let's let the brother
populate.
Yeah, man.
Bring it back.
See, we're gonna let the brother. And see, this is one of them good classes. We're gonna let the brother. There you go. There you go. Hey, all right, there you go.
Yeah.
Rent clothes.
Hold on real quick. Salakia, hold on.
Hey, look, we're gonna do a quick commercial break, real fast. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna let something rock out real quick while he gets his stuff together. All right, and we'll be right back. All right.
All praises to the Most High. And I ain't letting Tell the devil it ain't enough. Nah. I know what you going through. Keep going. I'm sure if they had their way, I been stopped. See, I can see them from a mile away. They in the cut, know how I play. Never been the fool, won't start the day. And I'ma play my part. Much is given, much required. I won't let them treat me out my place. Up, I gotta show where I'm from, how they play it hard. Don't know why I thought that it would change. When I came in, it's true. Once you peep the facial loans, then you cool. The way they play the game, flaw, I never do. Stay in your place, I'm like a paw to these little dudes. And we gon' give most out of praise, he brought me through it. My mind stay like anything.
Hey, Khan, Salakia Israel. Okay.
I know good and well they didn't lock him up again like that. I know they didn't lock him up again like that. Hey man, don't go nowhere. All right, don't go nowhere.
Okay, we've been storming out.
You in here? You good?
Yeah, I'm in here. I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone internet, but let's give it a second real quick just to make sure it get good. Okay, am I clear still? Y'all put a 7 in the chat if I'm clear. Hey, 7 in the chat if I'm clear. All right. All praises. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep going, man. Because look, Satan ain't about to take this, right?
Okay.
So let's continue in 2nd Esdras.
You were just making a point about rent clothes before you.
Yeah, I was just saying, if you don't understand the Hebraic concept of mourning, right? That's what the rent clothes represents. So the rent clothes, the ashes on the head, she was in mourning. All right, let's keep going.
All right, verse 39. Then I let my thoughts go that I was in, and turned me unto her, and said unto her, wherefore weepest thou? Why art thou so grieved in thy mind? And she said unto me, Sir, let me alone, that I might bewail myself, and add unto my sorrow, for I am sore vexed in my mind, and brought very low. And I said unto her, what aileth thee? Tell me. She said unto me, I thy servant have been barren, and had no child, though I had an husband 30 years.
All right, so the understanding of that verse, you can jump over to verse 45. We're not going to break that part down, right? We're going to read it, but I want you to see the parable being shown yet again in 2nd Esdras. All right, keep reading.
Verse 45. After 30 years, Yahweh heard me, thine handmaid, looked upon my misery, considered my trouble, and gave me a son. And I was very glad of him. So was my husband also, and all my neighbors, and we gave great honor unto the Almighty.
Come on.
And I nourished him with great travail. So when he grew up and came to the time that he should have a wife, I made a feast.
All right, we're just going to read down to verse 8 from here.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 10, and verse 1. And it came to pass that when my son was entered into his wedding chamber, he fell down and died. Then we all overthrew the lights, and all my neighbors rose up to comfort me. So I took my rest until the 2nd day at night. And it came to pass, when they had all left off to comfort me, to the end that I might be quiet, I rose up by night and fled, and came hither into this field, as thou seest. And I do now purpose not to return into the city, but here to stay, and neither to eat nor drink, but continually to mourn and to fast until I die.
Hey, she left the city. She left the place where her family was and came to that field, that barren field, to mourn and fast until she dies. Come on.
Verse 5. Then I left the meditations wherein I was, and spake to her in anger, saying, Thou foolish woman above all other, seest thou not our mourning, and what happened unto us? How that Zion our mother is full of all heaviness, and much humbled, mourning very sore.
All right, let's stop there and jump down to verse 25.
Verse 25. And it came to pass, While I was talking with her, behold, her face upon a sudden shined exceedingly, and her countenance glistered, so that I was afraid of her, and mused what it might be.
Mm.
And behold, suddenly she made a great cry, very fearful, so that the earth shook at the noise of the woman. And I looked, and behold, the woman appeared unto me no more.
So she disappeared.
Mhm. But there was a city building, and a large place showed itself from the foundations. Then I was afraid, and cried with a loud voice, and said, Where is
Hey,
Uriel the angel?
and we can stop there. We can stop there because the point is this, right? Ezra is speaking to Uriel the angel. There's a series of prophecies in between each one. The angel's like, yo, go fast for 7 days and I'll show you some more. So the Most High really dealing with Ezra, like on a level that, hey, we blessed to even be able to read it, right? So the Most High dealing with Ezra. And so he's showing Ezra some things. He goes out into this field. He finds the woman, right? He speaks to the woman. She says, hey, man, my son just died. I'm hurt and I'm about to fast and just die out here in this field. And Ezra like, yo, hold up. What you talking about, man? Don't you understand that Israel is in captivity right now and we being destroyed and you out here crying over your son? Like, you going to get over that. That's small potatoes, right? Then he keeps talking to her, keeps convincing her, right? Come to find out, she was Zion. The lady he was looking at, was Zion. All right. And as he was speaking to her, she disappears. And the next thing he just sees a city building. Right. And you can find the conclusion of that matter in the following, in the rest of that chapter. I'm not going to break that down. I'm showing you that to show you that Israel is spoken of as your mother, right? And her nourishing you and strengthening you and making sure that we bringing forth the sacrifices to the Most High and doing what we're supposed to do. That's her being in travail and making sure that she's nourishing you and raising you up the right way. That's why the scripture tells you that if you do these abominations in the land will spit you out. Right? Because the land has commandments it has to obey as well. Right? The land keeps the Sabbath, X, Y, and Z. All right. Con, go ahead.
I got a precept real quick.
Let's do it.
In Sirach, chapter 40 and verse 1, it says, Great travail is created for every man, and an heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam from the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things.
Hey, that's heavy.
I seen that earlier in what you was just talking about as far as like it's our mother,
right?
That I was looking at it and I'm like, wait a minute, man, that's got to come out right now.
That's right. That's a perfect time. And that's beautiful because the Most High is showing you something. A heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam from the day that they go out from the mother's womb, right? We already got a heavy enough yoke just based off of Adam, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting the Most High the way he did. But now, on top of that, we the chosen generation and we walking past when brothers trying to bring the word out. Right? You adding sin to sin. You're making it harder than it needs to be. You already in the land of captivity. What you want? Right? Let's keep going. All right. I want to get another precept to drive this point home and show you something. Isaiah 66 and verse 8. Because as we saw, the woman was in the field. She was mourning. She was crying. She was uncontrollable. You know what I mean? Like you ever try to console somebody and they just ain't having it. They just like, man, look, you can leave. You know what I mean? Life will bring you to that point sometimes. All right, go ahead.
And it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 8. Who hath heard such a thing? Who have seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once?
Shall a nation be born at once? Remember how I told you. And actually, this is something that I taught a while back, how to find great precepts, right? Every precept is not going to be found finding the same English word. So I could look for precepts for the travailing woman by finding the word travail, right? And everywhere I find the word travail, those are precepts, maybe, right? That's one way I can find precepts. But right here, these are great precepts because the concept is there, right? The concept of the woman mourning in the field, and then one day, boom, she's just a city. You ain't see it getting built. You ain't see nobody putting their hand to the plot. You ain't see none of that. It was just a city. That go to show you that the Most High God is gonna build this nation in a day, man.
Right.
And he's doing that already. He's doing that already. He did that in your spirit. Anybody who watching this class, he did that in your spirit.
Facts.
One day you was like, nah, I'm not having this. And then you started keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You could have been anywhere tonight, but you decided to watch a video on a Bible breakdown. So the Lord has built this city in one day. All right. Hey, let's get Isaiah 54 and verse 1. Because now that he's built the city, now he can say things like this.
Got it. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 50.
Hey, they going in on my internet.
It's all good.
Hey, Shaquat, man, we can't all have the damn
San Francisco special.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the brother connected to the Spectrum Center himself. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 54 and verse 1. Sing, O barren, that thou that didst not bear, break forth into singing and cry aloud. Thou that didst not travail with child, for more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife.
Hey, Salaki, what are we talking about? What are we talking about, Israel? In Isaiah chapter 54, the Lord says, sing, O barren. We speaking to that woman who hadn't had any children. She's in travail. Her only son died. Right? Revelation chapter 12. What happened in Revelation chapter 12? The first child was caught up to God. And then the dragon went to make war with the remnant of her seed, man. So you imagine that happening to you. You have a child. The first child is caught up to the Most High God. He takes him. So now a certain level you hurt over that a little bit, right? Now the other children that you have, you got enemies coming after them full force. Do you see what I'm saying? So that type of activity right there will have you feeling like, dang, man, the Most High is not dealing with me. But the scripture said what? I read it one more time.
Sing, O barren, thou that didst not bear, break forth into singing and cry aloud, thou that didst not travail with child. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife, says the Lord.
Hey, and you remember this happened with Abraham's wife. She believed that she was barren, she was old in age. The Most High said what? The Most High said, hey, don't even worry about that. Matter of fact, you're going to be as numerous as the stars. And then turn around and call Abraham what? The father of many nations. So what we got to understand is all these things are motifs that point to the nation of Israel as a whole. Even though we are the most destroyed people and we have the worst family situations and we have the worst financial situation, the Most High God said, yo, don't even worry about that, man. You're going to be on top of these people. And these people that you're looking up to and being jealous of, they're going to be your nursing fathers and they're going to be your nursing mothers, man.
Right.
That the Most High is magnificent. I can't say it enough. All right. Let's hit verses 2 through 4. In that same prophecy.
Verse 2. Enlarge the place of thy tent, and let them stretch forth the curtains of thine habitations. Spare not, lengthen thy cords, and strengthen thy stakes. For thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left, and thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles, and make the desolate cities to be inhabited.
Come on.
Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded. For thou shalt not be put to shame, for thou shalt forget the name of thy youth.
The shame
of thy youth, Salakia.
That's right.
And shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood anymore.
Hey, so who is the Lord speaking to in Isaiah chapter 54? Y'all in the comments. Who is the Lord speaking to in Isaiah chapter 54 based on the study that we're doing right now? Right? And once again, I'm just bringing out a couple of these, but I mean, we can go to Baruch chapter 5 and 1, right? We can go all throughout the scriptures and show you the same. There you go. It's starting to roll in. All right. Israel, Zion, Israel, Yasha'Allah, Israel. Look at that. So the Most High God is speaking to Israel right now and saying, yo, sing aloud. What you talking about? You ain't gonna be mourning for long, man. So that's why we can celebrate the feast days that we celebrate. Some people come and say, oh man, y'all, the Passover is supposed to be a solemn assembly. And it does say that. That's true. But we can also look forward and look at the majesty of the Most High God. We can't help but praise the Most High God and be happy and joyful on his feast days, on the new moon, on the Sabbaths, things like that, right? It's not all fasting and praying, but it's definitely fasting and praying and weeping and mourning and lamentation for the fallen state of our people. All right. Let me get this one. Let's go back to Isaiah 66. We're going to read 8 through 13 smooth because I want y'all to see it now. Now that you have the understanding, let's see it.
And it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 8. Who have heard such a thing? Who has seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. Shall I bring in the birth and not cause to bring forth, saith the Lord? Shall I cause to bring forth and shut the womb, saith thy God?
And basically right here, he's saying it ain't gonna be no stillbirth. It ain't gonna be no miscarriage. You know what I'm saying? It's a misfortunate thing that a lot of our women have to go through that. That's a heartbreaking experience. But the Most High God said, if he brings to the birth, it's gonna come to pass. Right? When he brings Israel to the birth, we're gonna become that nation that he said we're gonna become. Come on.
Rejoice ye with Jerusalem, and be glad with her, all ye that love her. Rejoice for your joy with her, all ye that mourn for her, that ye may suck and be satisfied with the beast of her constellations.
The breast.
That ye may...
The breast of her constellations. Yep.
Okay. That ye may milk out and be delighted with the abundance of her glory.
Right. So verse 11. So verse 11 is telling us, yo, you're gonna be able to go back to your land and be nursed in your land. Right? Your land is the land of what? Milk and honey. So you're gonna be able to suck from her breast. You're gonna be able to feed. You're gonna be able to. I'm gonna let the parable come out. Go ahead. You got it. 13.
For thus saith the Lord, behold, I will extend peace to her like a river, and the glory of the Gentiles like a flowing stream. Then shall ye suck, ye shall be borne upon her sides, and be dandled upon her knees. As one whom his mother comforteth, so will I comfort you, and ye shall be comforted in Jerusalem.
That's it right there. Y'all see that? So once again, that concept may not use the word that you're looking for, but the concept is there. Right? The parable itself is speaking of the exact same event. All right, let's jump back into Revelation 12. All right, let's go straight to 14. And it's a beautiful picture. It's a beautiful picture the Most High drawing, man.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 14. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place.
Stop. So the woman is given 2 wings of a great eagle. We already explained the eagle a little bit. We know who the woman is. The woman is Zion. She's going to be taken out. And now this is what we got to break down. What is the wilderness? Y'all put that in the chat. What is the wilderness? Right? I need to know. Let's see. This is not a milk lesson. So let's see where we at to figure out how deep we got to go. Because I want you to think about it like this. Adam was in the what? He was in the garden. He had everything he needs. Stuff grows by itself in the garden, right? When you go to the wilderness, it ain't set up like that. It might not be no water in the wilderness. It damn sure probably ain't gonna be no fruit, right? Right? I mean, you scavenging for food. What was the children of Israel doing in the wilderness? They was praying for the Most High to give them anything. Matter of fact, they was murmuring and complaining, man.
Right.
Right? Hey, that's right. Aharon, don't give it away. See this brother, man. I'm telling you, you gotta watch him. This brother, you gotta watch him, man. What is okay? Look what the sister said. She says spiritual testing. I don't understand what you mean by sight. But yeah. What's up?
I think she means that's just the location where we get spiritually tested.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. I like that. Right? I just spoke to Adonai Yakum Yah. He gave me this precept. I believe he was kind of going in, touching on it a little bit last night on his lesson. Excellent lesson again. All right. Let's go to Matthew chapter 4 and verse 1.
All right, this is the book of Matthew chapter 4 and verse 1. Then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
You see that? Why did Christ go to the wilderness? To be tempted. Come on, keep reading.
And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. Then when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the son of Yahweh, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh.
Hey, you know what's heavy? I just right now thought about this, being spiritual, right? Yahushua was fasting in the wilderness. And we just read a scripture about somebody fasting in the wilderness. All right. And it was totally unrelated. But since the concept is connected, it makes sense that it would be there. Right. So get Hebrews 5 and 8. Boaz. So we see that Hamashiach Yahushua went to the wilderness to do what? To be tested, to be proven, right? And I'll add another one, to be purified. I'm gonna add another one. I'm not saying Hamashiach Yahushua needed to be purified, but he needed to do it to fulfill all righteousness. Hey, that's right. Elijah walked 40 days and 40 nights. Right? And I had another I'm tripping. Hey, somebody get Sirach 39 and 33. Judah get that, and Boaz hold the Hebrew scripture. I was supposed to get this a long time ago. I forgot about it.
This is Sirach chapter 39 and verse 33. All the works of the Most High are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season.
I want you to remember that. Write that at the top of your notebook. Everything the Most High does is good, and it's good for us. We know everything he do ain't good for Esau. It's good for us. Mm-hmm. All things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. Right? That's Romans 8 and 28. So if all things he does is good, it also says that he gives everything in due season. So the Most High is a man of time.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High don't play around like y'all do. That's why he opens the door and allows you to worship him on certain days. So if you're watching this lesson and you don't understand what those certain days are, that might be one of the first things you need to do. Sit back, understand what's the appointed times that I need to be before the Lord, bringing them prayers, bringing that incense, bringing my spiritual offerings and sacrifices. Right? The sister pulling James 1 and 17. Let me get that real quick. I'm going to grab that one. And then Boaz, you can go ahead and get the Hebrews ready. I'm just going to read this real fast because I already know what time it is. James 1 and 17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Right? So in some other translations, I like the ESV on this one, just the way it reads. Every good, that's not it. It's one that says every good and perfect gift is from the Lord. Like, I just love the way that reads. But that's right, man. Every good thing comes from the Lord, and he gives it to you in due time.
Right.
All right. Now, Boaz, hit that one.
Kind, it's the book of Hebrews, chapter 5 and verse 8. Though we were a son, yet learned he obedience by the things which he suffered. And
Hey, I'm sorry. I got to stop you right there.
Okay.
Even though Christ is the Son of the Most High God, he had to learn obedience. And how did he learn the obedience? What does it say? How did he learn that obedience?
Okay. And being made perfect, he became the author of eternal salvation unto all them that obey him.
Nah, the end. Let me get the end of verse 8.
Okay. Oh, kind. By the, I'm gonna read it from the top. Though he were a son, yet learned he obedience by the things which he suffered.
He learned obedience by the things that he suffered. So when you going through this trial and this fiery tribulation and you in this captivity, always remember that the Most High God is doing this to rebirth us as a nation. It got to be pain in childbirth, man. You look stupid not looking for pain. Didn't Christ say a man shall not be born again unless he's born of the water and the spirit?
Right.
Right. So, and we're going to get to that. I brought that out too early. I spoiled that. But y'all got to understand what's going on. So when we read these prophecies, we be reading them like, oh, the destruction of the other nation. It's like, that's beautiful. But hey, I'm ready for what the Most High got stored up for us, man.
Kind.
Most High willing, we make it. Right?
Hey, Salakia, this class ain't for the ones that so much like to be entertained. Like the people who like this class, this class is for the note takers, the people who actually want to study the Bible for real. Right. Like a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? They get on, and a lot of us we get on, we like to be entertained, especially in the beginning. We all had to get out of that. Like in the beginning, we come into the truth, we just want to see Esau kiss some boots, bow down, we want to see somebody get cut.
That's a fact.
But we're not really trying to dig into the scriptures. This is that type of class, and you're gonna get more of these types of classes too. The people who are gonna watch us are gonna be the ones who want to know what the Bible is talking about, not just the we hate Esau scriptures.
That's right. That's right. And that has its place. You know what I mean? Like we still don't.
There's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
You can't be a biblical dummy just knowing that you hate Esau. Like
that's right. That's right. And I think the brother Yawasop put the precept in the chat already. Like there's a time and place for everything under the sun, man. And right now is the time to get that sincere milk of the word, man.
That's right.
All right. Hey, let's get Ezekiel chapter 19 and verse 10. Another precept to demonstrate to us what this wilderness is. All right. And I'm reading prophecies on purpose because I want you to see the prophecy everywhere throughout the scriptures, man. And this is the beauty of the Most High. We done hit Micah, Hosea, Baruch, Ezra, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Revelation. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm doing that on purpose to show you that this book is like this, man. And anybody who tell you it's not, they a lie and the truth is not in them. Go ahead and read that.
You say Ezekiel 19 and 10?
Yeah, 19 and 10.
Thy mother is like a vine in thy blood, planted by the waters. She was fruitful and full of branches by reason of many waters. And she had strong rods for the scepters of them that bear rule. And her stature was exalted among the thick branches. And she appeared in her height with the multitude of her branches.
Hey, so Zion now is being spoken of. She's still your mother, but now she's a vine. Right? Now she's a vine. She's like a tall tree. And she got great influence. Salaki, she got great influence. And so we can liken that to the parables that we see in Daniel. We can liken that to Nebuchadnezzar and being a tree. Well, that's Daniel, right? Because we understand that trees can represent people and trees can represent nations. All right. Go ahead, hit verse 12. We're going to go down to 14.
But she was plucked up in fury. She was cast down to the ground, and the east wind dried up her fruit. Her strong rods were broken and withered. The fire consumed them. And now she is planted in the wilderness.
In where?
In the wilderness. In a dry and thirsty place. And fire is going out of a rod of her branches, which have devoured her fruit, so that she have no strong rod to be scepter to rule. this is a lamentation and shall be for a lamentation.
Hey, this is a lamentation and shall be for a lamentation. Why? Because we mourn and cry and sigh. You better be sighing and crying for the destruction of your people. Sometimes we forget that too. Right? Spend time sighing and crying. Yo, Ezra did it. The Most High God blessed them. Daniel did it. The Most High God blessed them. Ezekiel prophesied that the angel would come through and set a mark on the head of them who sigh and cry for the abominations done therein. So you need to add that to your repertoire. Sigh and cry for your people, man. Don't be above that. You're not too much of a man to do that. And I'm going to give you another piece of advice. Whenever you find these little parables like this, go through that whole parable and just precept everything. That's a lesson. That's a lesson right there. That's a whole class right there. Yo, I'm just going to break down Ezekiel chapter 19, 10 through 14. Right? Because now you teaching people, number one, you're going to learn the whole Bible by breaking those parables down. Because you watching it unfold, but you also understanding the deep things. Right? Let's keep going. Con, you got it.
No, I was just going to ask a question real quick. Now, when it was talking about finding her in the wilderness, can that be wisdom too? Like you finding wisdom?
Now we know we do find wisdom in the wilderness, but this particular parable is not dealing with that parable is not about wisdom. Correct. And so you gotta think about it like this. Prophecy is you know how they say I forget how they say it, but it's like perspective. One prophet is standing on this side of this house, that prophet standing on that side of this house, that prophet standing on that side. All of them see different things. One of them's like, yo, it got a blue front door. The other dude is like, it got 3 windows, but they all talking about the same house. So what we got to do is we got to find the prophecies that intersect, right? 2 guys see a piece of the same picture, and then we got to intersect it and interweave it to make it make sense. And that's where we at right now. That's what we doing. All right. So, hey, let's go to Isaiah 35 and verse 4. Because I'm going to tell you something about Isaiah, man. Isaiah is, I went through Isaiah. It took me like 6 months to get through Isaiah. It took me a while because Isaiah is crazy.
You said 35 and 4?
Yep.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 35 and verse 4. Say to them that they are of a fearful heart. Be strong, fear not. Behold, your God will come with vengeance, even God with a recompense. He will come and save you.
Come on.
Then the eyes of the blind shall be open, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped.
Now, I want to say this. The title in my Bible, right above verse 4, says the salvation of the Lord. And we go to our salvation scriptures. Adonai Yakum Yah, you already know what he was doing last night. He was breaking down salvation. What was some of the things he was saying? You got to be saved from your enemies. So the first thing verse 4 says is the Lord's going to come with what? Vengeance. Then another thing Adonai broke down was Isaiah chapter 61, right? I will open the eyes of the blind. What does that verse say? Verse 5. Then the eyes of the blind shall be open. It seemed like a prophecy that's talking about the same thing to me. Right? Come on. Verse 6.
Then shall the lame man leap as an hart.
Hey, the man who can't walk gonna be able to stand up. Come on.
And the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert.
In the wilderness, the waters will break out. Right? Because in the land of your captivities, you will remember yourself. And let me tell you something. The waters that's breaking out now is crazy. We long and we marvel at the stories in the Bible, but these people didn't have these breakdowns that we have right now. They wasn't walking around with the whole book of Isaiah and the whole book of Ezekiel and the New Testament to make it make sense. They wasn't. They had to remember bits and pieces. And then they had memory techniques that they would recite certain verses, X, Y, and Z, but you know, you can only get so far. But the Most High gave us the whole scroll. Go ahead, King.
Nah, I was just going to touch on the point when it said in verse 4, it said, even with a recompense. It reminded me of the scripture in 2 Thessalonians 1:6, where it says, seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
That's right. That's right. And the Most High looking forward to that. That's right.
Kind.
That's right, man. That's a part of our salvation. That's a part of our testimony, right? You got to have the faith in Christ and the testimony, right? Well, you got to keep the commandments and have the testimony of Christ. All right. Let's jump down. I already hit John 3 and 5. So I think we made the point. The wilderness is where you go to be tested, tried in the fire. I had another precept that literally said that, and I don't know where it's at. The Spirit don't want me to bring it out. It is what it is, right? But y'all know what time it is. We ran through this fire. We in the wilderness, and the Most High is feeding us in order to strengthen us up because our nation is being born. It's a turbulent time, but we're gonna make it. All right. What you said? You said something?
Nah.
Okay. All right. So get your pens out one more time because I want to say this before we go to the next section. Right? These prophecies are layered. Remember, we talked about all these. I see you. Let me see what he got. Deuteronomy 8 and 2. Hey, get that real quick. Deuteronomy 8 and 2.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse 2.
That's right.
And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what is in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no.
Hey, the Most High is amazing, bro. Like, I couldn't find my precept. This brother sent me this one. This is better than the one I had. All right, read verse 3.
Verse 3. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord doth man live.
Hey, you see that? That brings us full circle back to what Mashiach Yahushua said in the New Testament, right? Matthew chapter 4, 1 through 4. So that's what we're trying to show you, is that you come to this wilderness to be born again. I want y'all to soak that in real quick. As a nation, to be born again. But in order to be born again, what has to happen? You had to either be lacking life or you didn't have the full version of life, right? So what's the next thing? What's the next piece of the puzzle? How do we get here? All right. And that brings me to the loss of Zion, the loss of Jerusalem. Let's go back to Revelation chapter 12 and verse 6.
All right. This book of Revelation is chapter 12 and verse 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she have a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,002 days. So like 1,203 days.
That's right. That's right. Hey, hold on real quick before we do that. I forgot to finish reading this thing again, right? So let me say this. I'm tripping, y'all. I got my notes all over the place, but I know where I'm at. All right. So point number one that I need to bring out, and Adawan brought out some good precepts. These precepts, in case y'all don't know what they are, Revelation 8 and 20 says that if a man speaketh not to the law and the testimony, there's no light in him. Revelation 22 and 14 says that this is it says those who keep the faith in Christ and the testimony, X, Y, and Z. I'm paraphrasing. So these are beautiful precepts. Link these up and understand what's going on. All right. The woman that was in travail, her first son was caught up to God. The rest of her children is now at war with this dragon. This dragon is out to destroy them by any means necessary. Right? So now we're going to read Revelation 12 and 6, and then we're going to jump to 14. But before you do that, I want y'all to know this, and we're going to add everything we've been saying up so far. right? The prophecies are layered. They contain many symbols. Some of them will return and some of them we will return to and break down later, right? We're only going to focus on our main ones. But in order to stack these prophecies and to know that these prophecies go together, this is what we have to do. A lot of things have to match. The context got to match. If we breaking down a prophecy about the fall of Babylon, the actual nation, it's going to be difficult to match that precept up with something about the Canaanites. Does that make sense? The context has to match, right? If we're talking about salvation of the children of Israel, then when the Lord is talking about vengeance, we understand those ideas are connected. So we can put those prophecies as companions, right? But then there's another step. After you know the context is the same, is the symbolism the same? Right? Because the symbolism might be slightly different. It might be trying to tell you a different story. Let me give you an example. When you read about the golden lampstand, the lampstand is made of all gold. That goes inside the there you go. Context supersedes etymology. But the golden lampstand goes inside the tabernacle or inside the temple, and it's on the east side of the temple, right? And so, all right, Salaki, it might be the south side. I'll pull that later. But it's gold. We can't precept that with Nebuchadnezzar's statue with the head of gold. Just because you see the word gold there, they don't go together, right? So the symbolism has to match, and it has to be trying to tell the same story, right? And then the purpose, the function, and the timing. I'm telling you this for a reason, because these next verses we're going to bring out have some very interesting symbols in it that are very difficult to break down. And I'm not necessarily telling you how to break it down, but I'm showing you something that they obviously go together because the context, the symbolism, the purpose, and the timing all match. All right, let's jump into it. So let's read Revelation 12:6 and jump down to 14.
This book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she have a place prepared of Yahweh, that they should feed her there 1,260 days.
Now, what is a score? Y'all put that in the chat. What is a score in Old English? Put it in the chat like this. A score equals, and then whatever a score is. Right? We're gonna post it on the page so brothers and sisters can follow along. There you go. 20 years starting to roll in. All right. Hey, that brother Yawasop got it first, man. All right. So a score equals 20 years. All right, there we go. See, this is how I wanted it written out. All right. A score equals 20 years. So let's read that again. How long? It says how long the woman's going to be in the wilderness. Go ahead.
Right. Just the year or the whole verse?
Yeah, I just want the number part.
1,260 days.
Okay, how many days is that? Now we gotta do some math. We got 1,000. We got 1,000. 203 score. Somebody wrote it?
Somebody. They short 1,000 years. 1,000 days.
No, you can't look at these as if it's a day, as in.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. You can't look at it as if it's a day equals a year, right? Some historians have tried to do these things. We're not going to do that today. We're not going to try to say that equals this and this equals that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to play with the Most High like that, right? Because if we wrong, then now we falsely prophesying. But I'm going to show you something very interesting. About how long is a month? About how long is a month? I'm just playing around with y'all real quick. If you had to guess a number, just throw a number out there. How long is a month? Even number. Let's use even numbers. Right? 20 days. What you think?
See them rolling in. They say 30 days.
Okay. So yeah, okay. Approximately 30 days. 28, 30 days. right? Like the sister Ayasha said. About 30 days. Now we're gonna do some simple math. And I'm not trying to be funny, Israel. I'm not telling you no doctrine right now. You got to say this because this got to be a disclaimer. I wish there was a disclaimer at the bottom. This is not a doctrine. I'm showing you something. The Bible just told you. The Bible just told you a certain amount of days. So you can use that information to try to break it down. Like that's just reasonable, right? How many times does 30 go into how many times does 30 go into 1260?
Let's do the math.
1260
divided by 30.
Divided by 30. Just walk with me. Put that on the screen. Y'all do that. Do the math. Hey, she said, oh snap, the math coming out. Hey, okay, here we go. 42. Now, we're gonna stop there. We're gonna stop playing. All right. I'm done playing with y'all, man. This ain't math class, right? I'm done playing with y'all. Write that down. All right. Now, no doctrine is coming out yet. We just reading. Let's go to Revelation. No, let's go to Luke 21 and 20. Keep in mind what we've been talking about this whole time.
21 and 20.
Yep. The woman. Oh, follow me, Adawan. I'm telling you. And we ain't, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just showing you something, right? Because the number is 1260, it's a round number. It can easily be divided into months. They gave us a bunch of days, and we can easily divide those days into months, right? So check this out. If somebody come to your job and they like, yo, is matter of fact, check this out. If we say, yo, the next prospect phase is gonna be 90 days, you can easily take that. That's a round number, and you can easily say, oh, that's about 3 months, right? That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying that this equals this many months or this many days in prophecy time. I'm not saying that. I'm showing you something, and I promise you it's going to make sense. Now, go to Revelation or Luke chapter 21 verse 20.
It's the book of Luke chapter 21 and verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Because the dragon is wroth with the woman and is trying to make war with the remnant of her seed, right? Come on.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
Come on.
For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
Come on.
But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon this people.
Now let's stop right there. So basically what Yahushua is telling you is that the dragon is wroth with the woman. It must come to pass that he's going to come and make war with the remnant of the seed. And when did this happen? After Christ left the earth. And the script in Revelation 12 and 6 already told us that. Revelation 12 and 6 said, yo, the man child going to be caught up to God. But then the dragon going to come and make war with the remnant of her seed. And that's exactly what played out. And Christ is telling you, when you see those armies compassing the city round about, man, you better know that the Most High God has brought this destruction upon this land. We getting ready to see the woman get carried away into the wilderness, man. Right? Ain't that what we reading? I think we all on the same page. Read verse 24.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Hey, you see that? Jerusalem will be trodden down by the Gentiles until their time is fulfilled. Because as we read in Sirach chapter 39 and verse 33, all good things happen in due time. The Most High God is moving on a time scale. You may not be moving on a time scale, but he is.
Right.
That's why he told the children of Israel during the Exodus, he said, yo, do this on the first day of the month on the 14th. You couldn't be late for that. The Most High not playing around with being late.
Right.
Right? All right. So let's get Revelation 13 and 5. Hey, Shalom. Adawan. Y'all about Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies.
Now listen, right now, the prophecy has changed. Right? So the context has changed. The similitude has changed. The parable has changed in the book of Revelation. We're not talking about the woman. We're not talking about the dragon no more. Now we're talking about a beast who will be given power, right? And that's a whole separate breakdown. Not doing it. But now we're talking about a beast who has been given power. And verse 5 says that there was given unto him a mouth that speaks great things and blasphemies. And keep on reading. I want to see something.
God. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
His power was given unto him to continue for 42 months. He is, we're gonna finish reading it, but I'm showing you something. He continuing for 42 months. Now, I don't know what the 42 months means, but I know that that's equal to 1,203 score days. I know that. And I also know that the context matches because this guy has come to make war with the remnant of the children of Israel. Keep reading up. Verse 6.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Yahweh to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Come on.
Slakia. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
And whoever this person is, they've been given power to make war against the saints and overcome them. And we just read in Revelation 12 that there's going to be a dragon that's making war with the children of Israel and the remnant of her seed. Keep reading.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Come on, 9 and 10.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Why is that the patience and the faith of the saints? Because you are being killed with the sword and you are being led into captivity, but you can be sure that the Most High God is going to flip that around, man. So once again, we're speaking about salvation. And once again, we're speaking about the same concepts that we've been looking at this entire time. That woman going into the wilderness, for the same amount of time that this guy is making war against the saints. And I could tell you right now, the whole time we've been kicked out of our land, we've been at war. The whole time, the entire time. Some of our people, the war and the destruction and the psychological warfare is so deep that a lot of our people don't even know we have enemies. Right? There is nobody greater on this earth that has waged war against anybody other than what the children of Israel have gone through. All right. Let's jump over to Revelation 11, 1 and 2. I only got like 2 or 3 more precepts. 2 or 3 more precepts, and we're going to bring it home. Right? Not going into doctrine at all. I'm telling you something because I want to teach a lesson on these prophecies have to be linked up. It's like a 5-tier checklist. Every checkbox got to be checked off for you to use that prophecy. Right? The context got to match. The purpose got to match. The symbolism may or may not match, but the context, the purpose, the timing, and the function all have to match. Those things have to match. It ain't no way around it, right? So you tell me if this matches. Revelation 11 and 2.
Kindness of book
11
of
and
Revelation.
1. My fault. 1 and 2.
Kindness book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 1. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of Yahweh, and the altar, and them that worship therein.
All right. So look, right now, John the Revelator is having another spiritual vision. It's another symbolism, totally different symbolism now, totally different parable. But watch what he says, verse 2.
Kind. But the court which is without the temple, leave out and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread under foot 42 months.
They're going to tread the holy city underfoot for 42 months. That means whatever that spiritual 42 months is, that's how long they got until the Most High takes them out of there. They got 42 months to tread my holy city. Don't even measure it. We'll worry about that later. They got 42 months. At the same time, the woman goes into the wilderness for 1,203 score days. At the same time, there is another guy who's waging war with you while you kicked out of your land for 42 months. So let's put it all together. Somebody waging war with you. Somebody else is in your land. And on top of all of that, you in captivity for the same amount of time. 3 different prophecies told 3 different ways, speaking about the same thing, speaking about the children of Israel being kicked out of their land, somebody else being over there, acting like they them, and lying to and deceiving the whole damn world, man. Right? The Christian church has to do a better job of going into these prophecies, because, you know, this is something that our people need to see, right? We need to see why is it that you're saying you're an Israelite? Yesterday, you wasn't an Israelite. Yesterday, you was just a regular black guy, right? You was a nigga in America. And then today, now you say that you've woken up and you got this new identity now, and you the people of the Bible, and God only loves you. If the hey, that's right, Adawan. He said, sound like Obadiah. That's right. But guess what? If you don't go into these prophecies, our people can't understand why these things are so. All right. Let's get Isaiah 63, 17 and 18. He said Obadiah. What better than Isaiah chapter 63?
It's Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 17. O Lord, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and hardened our hearts from thy fear? Return for thy servant's sake, the tribes of thine inheritance. The people of thy holiness have possessed it but a little while. Our adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary.
Our adversaries did what?
Trodden down thy sanctuary.
You see that? We only was there for a little while, Lord. Our adversaries are playing around and trotting down our sanctuary. Bring us back to our land. That's what the people in the Bible was asking for. So when we talk about the woman in travail being in the wilderness and the loss of Jerusalem, these are all 3 different, totally different subjects that are all talking about the same thing. I bet some of y'all, when y'all read the title, y'all was like, how this lesson gonna go together? It's about to be all over the place. It's a bunch of different prophecies and parables in the Bible speaking of the same event. Right? Jump to verse 1. Maybe they don't know who we talking about.
This is book of Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1. Who is it, Salakia? Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Hey, you see that? The Most High God sent his son Hamashiach Yahushai, and the first place he want to go to finish this thing off is Edom. And the last word in that verse is save, because that's your salvation. The same people, verse 18 told you was in your sanctuary, which matches the prophecy in Revelation chapter 12.
Hey, what does Yahushai's name mean again?
He shall save.
It just told you his name at the end of the daggone verse.
Oh, hey, that's a cut. That's right. Mighty to save. That's right. So, but you see that, man? So the Most High is telling you the same thing everywhere. Then when we get to the book of Revelation, we don't understand what's going on. Slow down. You already know what's going on, right? I got one more precept. That's the same precept. Let's go to Daniel 12:7. Daniel 12:7. It's the last precept. I appreciate y'all being patient with us tonight, man. Like I said, it's a little bit different than my normal class.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 7.
Now, this is an end time eschatological prophecy, right? By Daniel. End time. It don't get no further end time than Daniel in certain instances. All right, go ahead.
This brother used that word that pastors be using to sound smart.
Hey, that's right. Eschatological. Hey, I had to practice it, man.
Hey, look, my pastor used to do that, didn't know nothing.
Kind.
It reads, and I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times and a half, and when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people.
Now stop.
All these things.
I'm gonna have to provide some context. I should have read up a little bit, but let me just say this, and we're gonna read down anyway. But let me say this: Daniel is getting a prophecy right now about how long it's gonna be until the Most High is done with all of these wonders that Daniel been seeing. So I'm gonna have you start over, but start at verse 6 because that's really what we need.
Verse 6. And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, how long shall it be to the end of these wonders?
Hey, you see that? So you if you read chapter 12, you'll get the understanding thereof, right? But Daniel is seeing Michael the archangel stand up, and he getting ready to stand up for the children of thy people, right? So this is Jacob's trouble, but you're gonna be saved from it. This is your salvation. This is the actual salvation chapter, right? And so then it goes on, verse 4, shut up the word, seal it in a book, even until the time of the end, right? There's somebody in the chat named God, right? But we're gonna get to that. So and then he says, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the bank of the river and the other on that side of the bank of the river, right? So there's one person on this side and there's one person on that side. Read verse 6 one more time and read it slow.
And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river,
Hold up. Which man is that? There was a man standing on this bank of the river. There was a man standing on that bank of the river. This man that he talking about right now is on the waters of the river. Come on, keep going.
How long shall it be to the end of these wonders?
How long will it be? Come on, because there's an appointed time. Come on.
And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times and half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished.
When he is done scattering the power of the holy people, then shall these things be completed. Where are y'all at, man? Where we find ourselves yet this day in our captivity, man. Right? So we at the end times. We don't know when it's gonna happen. We don't know the day or the time or the hour, none of that. But we are there. Y'all don't have no more time to play, man. You need to be repenting. You need to be praying, fasting, and weeping for Israel, and keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? Hey, keep reading. Verse 8. We're going down to 10.
And I heard but I understood not. Then said I, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end.
That don't mean you can't read the Bible and not understand nothing. That don't mean that. That means it's sealed up until the appointed time that it should be understood. Read verse 10. This is the point.
Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand.
You see that? In the last days, many shall be purified and made white. We can read about that in the book of Revelation, right? Having on those white garments. We teach this all the time. Having on the right garments to come to the wedding feast. And many shall do wickedly. None of the wicked shall understand this. But the wise shall understand.
Right.
Right? So I just want to bring that out, man. Don't lose hope. Don't lose patience. Remember, we are in this wilderness for a reason. The Most High God got to try us. He got to purify us so that we can be the ones made white. All right? So I'm going to leave it right there. Shalom.
Hey, all praise to the Most High, man. The brother had a very edifying lesson. Hey, I'm too busy. We know you, so I'm going to answer the question. We are now the Anointed House of Saints. But guess what? Like I said before, I'm going to say it again. The sons of thunder to the heathens go under. SOT to the heathens flee.
That's right.
Ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? Those still our brothers. You know what I'm saying? We love them as brothers. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? But we are now the Anointed House of Saints. So you're going to be seeing this channel more, you know, doing classes throughout the week. Mondays, Thursdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and every Shabbat morning. So, yeah. There you go. There you go. Right. Yeah. God has a YouTube, and he's scrolling from his throne.
Hey, that's right. Hey,
what Wi-Fi service he got?
What was God talking about, man?
He said that there's only one religion. He said, I'm gonna let y'all kill each other, you know, by hating and killing each other. Yeah, come on.
The wicked shall not understand, man.
Definitely should. Amen. So like I said, we got some great things cooking up for you. Hey, check this out. I want to try something real quick before we get off here. Right? Real quick before we get off here. Who's ready for Passover, man? If you ready for Passover, put a 1 in the chat.
Hey, that's right. I'm about to put a 1 in the chat.
Amen.
I'm always ready for Passover, man.
Put a 1 in the chat, man. If you ready for Passover, put a 1 in the chat.
Aha. Got my 1 in there ASAP.
You already know.
Man, I'm slow on the sword, man. I can't get to it.
You slow on the sword or on the phone?
Both.
Hey, check this out, right? Check this out. We want y'all to come feast with us, man. That's gonna be our first. You know, big feast day. Will be the Passover, man. So I'm gonna let y'all know it's gonna be 1 or 2 places. It's gonna either be in Atlanta or North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. So we gonna make that up. You know, of course that'll be announced, but we can't wait for that. You know what I'm saying? Most High willing, y'all come feast with us. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna make sure that you know, we do it right. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got you, sis, man. PayPal was tripping.
Hey, look, I've been trying to do that PayPal. I don't understand what's up with it. Man.
Hold up.
PayPal's tripping.
Is it working?
No,
I'm having some technical setbacks, let's say.
Hey, your sister said I thought you was gonna say Barry. Nah. Hey, it's only 2 of them over there. They're gonna have to come over here. Because if it's in the Bay, I don't know if I'm gonna be there.
The Bay Area gonna hit them pockets, boy.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
The Bay is out my way.
It's out my way.
Facts.
So, but still, even though it's on the East Coast, we want y'all to come through.
That's right.
All right, that's on April 3rd. That's on Monday. We're gonna have a whole weekend of it. You know what I'm saying? So we want y'all to come through. You know what I'm saying? You know.
You said some Slaki. You said it's a Monday.
It's on Monday. So y'all gotta ain't no Ain't no I couldn't get off. Y'all have today is January the 12th. So y'all got from January the 12th until it's too late to put in your work days and all that good stuff. Get your PTO up if you need to, whatever it may be. I know it's a new year, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we want everybody in the building. We want to do this right. You know what I'm saying? The Most High's Passover. We're going to do it the right way, man. Passover April 3rd, all right? If you need the feast day calendar, send me an email right now to AnointedHOS@gmail.com, right? Let the plantation know, like the sister said. Let them know now. Don't try to do it 2 weeks before and think you're going to get it off.
Right.
Even though that's not holiday that America, that'll be the day that they shorthanded. They need you to come into work.
It's all good.
Or the workload got bigger. So don't even do that. Let them know today, tomorrow, matter of fact, I need this date through this date so you can get your traveling days together. All right? So you have more of a chance to get them days off when you do that. We working on the colors. I believe the colors is going to be blue and gold. The colors is probably going to be blue and gold.
Navy blue.
Yeah, navy blue and gold. A little bit darker than the hoodie the brothers got on. A little bit darker. All right, but we'll let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely want y'all in the building. You got to wear blue and gold, sis. You can't be standing out. You know, shining bright like a diamond. I know you want to. It's all right. All right, but yeah, it's gonna be blue and gold. All right, we're gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't had my I know, I see it. Y'all ain't had my good cooking yet either. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because you know North Carolina has the best new moons.
Hey, that's a fact. North Carolina have the best food on the planet, man.
During new moon. OD. All right. I'm gonna be very the name is changed because we're a new organization. Simple. That's it. All right. That's it. All right. Hey, check it out. You know, we got classes Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. You know, Saturday we get you started off right. You know what I'm saying? With the good music, like we do in every class, but we give you a little bit more on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And after class, we hit you with a little bit of the AHOS radio. Man, AHOS radio is probably gonna actually be an actual radio show soon. You know what I'm saying? When we get things together and all that good stuff like that, we actually going to be throwing out music. The majority of the music you hear come from Anointed House of Saints, man. All right, you got some brothers from other camps. The brother Micah Allah with the Cherry Jams. You know what I'm saying? He's from WFI. Then you got some brothers that don't deal with they're not in camps. You know what I'm saying? But they've been sending me their music, man. Hey, it's a beautiful thing. So, hey, if you do music, send us the dog. Send it over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie.
Special host by Boaz.
Hey, Chicago up there too on the list. Chicago up there on the list with the.
I already told you what you got to do for me to try. We've been talking about this for a minute, so you know. All right, but hey, once again, right? Once again, if you are trying to do the work, man, you want to get out here on these streets and teach the people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, come do the work with your brothers at Anointed House of Saints, man. Send us an email at AnointedHOS@gmail.com. I think we're going to close the prospect. We're going to close accepting prospects on Friday. Friday at even, I'm probably going to stop accepting. So let's go ahead and, let's do the work of the Lord, man. Let's do it together. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, hey, anybody got anything else before we get off here? Can I find music on SoundCloud for AHOS? Wait on it. It's coming. We're gonna put all that together. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put all that together.
Yeah.
You know, this was really just initially something to entertain. Right. Me and Shaquata DJ. So, you know, we did this in the beginning. It was just not for y'all to be looking at a screen. We wanted y'all to, you know, give you something to bop to a little bit while we were waiting on everything. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get all that stuff together. It's going to be a collective, man. You're going to see a lot of big things come from Anointed House of Saints, man. So, hey, just wait on it. We putting it all together. Brothers be working tirelessly to keep this thing going and to continue to build it up. So, just wait. Got some big things coming. All we need is your support. That's all we need. All right. So with that, you say you got something?
I got one.
What's up?
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 18.
That's right.
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
With that, we're the Anointed House of Saints, giving our honor and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
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 This is not a test.
Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin.